I know it's been a minute since I recorded my last video, and also just been really on my blog like that in general. If you know or don't know, I've been planning for this wedding, which is coming up in a little over a month right now. So it's been hectic. It's been crazy. It's been crazy for sure. Um, I just came back last week from my bachelorette party, which is super fun. It was in New Orleans, Louisiana, because that's how you got to do it. You got to go to know you know. So yeah, it was really fun. It was a group of about 11 girls. We went on a swamp tour, which is something that I don't usually do when I'm in New Orleans. It's usually all like bourboned out, you know, hand grenades, Mardi Gras beads, karaoke, beignets, and it was all of that too. But we just decided to do something different with the swamp tour, and it was cool. It was fun. I do think it was. I'll probably never go on another trip with that many girls ever again. It was 11 girls, 11 different personalities, 11 different attitudes, 11 different lovely personalities and lovely attitudes. But it's just five and under the next time, five and below. Overall, it was a really fun trip, and I really enjoyed everything. The girls threw me a little lingerie shower, which I was super surprised about. I got to wear my fiance robe, you know, not F-I-A-N-C-E, but F-E-Y-O-N-C-E apostrophe. Yeah, I got to do that. So it was fun. But it's time for me to record another video and check in with you guys. So if you read my latest post on the show Love Is, which I love this show, it's just, it's beautiful. It's beautiful. It really is. So the show centers around Yasir and Neri. They meet each other coincidentally, fall in love very quickly, um, start having all these issues very quickly. Like their relationship seriously progressed very quickly. Everything just happened over a very short period of time. And it's just their love story is beautiful. Regardless of all the things that they go through, overall, the love story is beautiful. And if you don't know, this show, Love Is based on a true story about the writer of the show, Mara Brockakil, and her husband, Salim Akil. They wrote the show about their love story and just how they overcame some of the issues that they had to deal with. And they've been married 20 years now. And it's like if you watch the show, you would not think that that couple made it past 6 months. Just some of the things that they've been through, personally, I can't. I can't. But something that I asked in my blog is, let me give you the situation. Yasir and Neri meet, right? Neri is at a certain level in her career. She's working as a writer on this successful show. She just bought her first home. She has a nice vehicle. She has established money. Like she doing it. She doing it. And then you have Yasir. Let me bring it down. You got Yasir. And Yasir doesn't have a job, doesn't have any money, lives with his ex-girlfriend, red flag, doesn't have a car, has a child. He don't have nothing. He the bottom, that's what he at. He below the bottom. So you have Neri and you have Yasir, and somehow this relationship evolves. They fall in love very quickly, and it's just a lot that goes into it. He's broke. She has money. She's established in his career. He wants to be a successful writer. She is a successful writer. She has connections. And regardless of what everybody said, that girl, she pushes through. She sticks with that man. And it's just amazing to see that story. And it just posed the question in my head that how many women would really be able to deal with a situation like that? How many women would even give Yasir a second look? I have to be honest, I wouldn't. With all that going on, I wouldn't. Just because the simple fact you live with your ex-girlfriend, I wouldn't. But, you know, he has a kid, he's broke, he doesn't have a car, all this stuff. I heard this on the radio the other day on 97.9 The Box in Houston from Keisha Nicole. The radio host said that a lot of women expect a finished product when they're not a finished product themselves. And I was like, I thought about that. I was like, that's true. When you think about a woman and man dating, when a woman is looking for a man, she's looking for stability, somebody who's established, who has a nice car, somebody who has a decent job. You gotta have it together. Some women also don't want the kids. It's just we have a lot of boxes that we need to check off when it comes to men. And at the same time, that same woman checking off all these boxes could very well be living with somebody, not have a car of her own, doesn't have a job. Maybe she has a job, but maybe the job doesn't pay well. You want this, but you're not that. It's just, it really made me think that a lot of us women do expect that. A woman will put her faith in a man that is worthy of having her faith. That's A. I don't believe that a woman who's going through X, Y, Z should expect, have standards, but don't come down on somebody for what they don't have when you don't have it either. If I was in a situation where I'm looking at a man who is not on the same level as me, what I'm looking at is his heart, vision, his goals, his mindset. Does he have a plan to get himself out of this? If he does, then he is a man worthy of my faith. If I can actually see that he has a plan, a man with a plan, that's something. Now, on the other hand, if you have somebody who doesn't have a plan and they just, using you, basically, that's what it would seem like, is that person would be using you. So I think it's all about just what's inside their heart and also their ability to put some action behind whatever goals that they may set. If they set goals. If they don't set goals, they don't have a plan. Using your car, using your money, staying at your house because they live with somebody, that's not it. No, that's not it. That's not it. Yeah, I think it's possible. I think us as women, we just need to look below the surface sometimes and see what's underneath the person. Because that same person you dogging out could have been a man with a plan. And that man, next thing you know, you see him on the ground, but then you looking and he way up there and you still down here because you didn't want to believe in his plan. I do want to know what someone else thinks on this topic. Maybe someone is thinking totally different from me. So I just wanted to see. I do have YouTube/makeup extraordinaire Rachel Francine. So let's see what she thinks about this. Would she be able to date some guy like Yasir? So I just want to get your opinion on the show Love Is. Mm-hmm. You've seen it, right?
First of all, yes, that is my show. I'm so in love with that show. I'm single, but I feel like it gives me hope. Like, you can really find somebody genuine, but let me not even start. I can start talking about that show.
So you're a team Yasir?
I'm both. I can't pick.
Would you be able to date someone like Yasir with everything going on around him? He's living with his ex. He doesn't have a car, doesn't have a job, doesn't have money, doesn't have anything, basically. Would you be able to date someone like that?
When you put it like that, no. Because just straight up, because if you put everything down about Yasir on a piece of paper, one, the fact that he's living with his ex, that's no. Me, I'm y'all living together, y'all messing around. I can't do that. I wouldn't believe it. And he has a baby. Me, I feel like I don't know if I'm ready to date somebody that has a child. The no job, I could deal with that, because the older I've gotten, I feel like as long as you're passionate about something, if you're working towards something, I can work with you.
Right.
If we're working towards a relationship, I can deal with that.
Right.
But living with your ex, that's not something that I could see myself doing, because y'all probably messing around. So no, if you look at everything that Yasir is about or what he's doing, no. But as a person, I feel like he's a great person.
If you were near it and you met him, the whole situation of how they met, would you call him back after that first date?
I don't know. No.
You wouldn't call him back?
No. Seeing how it turned out for her, I want to say yes, but no. If it happened in real life, probably not, because I can't date somebody who's still living with their ex. Maybe if you move out and then you reach out to me, we could work on it.
Would you date someone who's not necessarily on the same level as you? So earlier I was discussing maybe a woman who, you know, we have our list of things that we like in a man. We want him to have a nice car. We want him to have a nice home, a nice job.
We got a whole checklist.
Nice clothes, nice personality, just everything. So would you be able to date some guy? Let's say you were on a certain level in your life and he was like below you. Would you be able to deal with someone who maybe didn't have money, didn't have a job, or?
I think I could. Like I said, if he's working towards something, if he's passionate about something, don't just be, you know, feeding off of me and everything that I have to bring to the table. Like, let me see, you know, what you're working with. Because I think as women, we do see potential. So I think I very well could.
What if your friends were like, you know, talking about him? Because you know how friends and family get, he's using you. He has no job. He has this. You know, you want to be able to show off your man. So if you can't show off, like, look at his package.
But then I probably would withhold some information. Like, especially my mom, I tell her a lot. But I wouldn't be like, he doesn't have a job. Like, I'd be like, oh, I'm dating this guy.
You could just say he's in the market.
What do you mean in the market?
For a job.
Nope. Then my mom goes, what you mean in the market? That means he ain't got no job. And my mom is very much like Nuri's mom. She's going to tell me exactly how it is. But if that's the case, I would probably withhold information because when you're first dating somebody, of course, you want to present this person in like the perfect light. You want to make them seem like they're a great person. And as people, we can be judgmental, especially when we find out that somebody that we're friends with or family with, they're dating somebody, and be like, oh, let me hear about him, and then we want to give our opinions.
So have you ever been in that situation before where you dated a guy who maybe wasn't where you pictured the guy being in life? Like maybe it was a work in progress, let's just say that.
Yes, definitely. I actually dated somebody recently, which you already know about, you know. But yeah, when I first started dating him, he had a job, but he was like a teacher's aide. Maybe I shouldn't. Should I say what his job is? What if he watches this?
He's not gonna watch this.
Okay.
You're blocked, okay?
No, he's not blocked. Anyway.
Oh, he was blocked.
No, we're friends. Anyways, so yeah, he was a teacher's aide. So obviously during the summer they don't work. And I knew he didn't have a job, that he wouldn't have a job during the summer. And I was perfectly okay with it because to me, he was a great person. Like, he was very aware of just everything in life, like society with women. He knew what it takes to, like, you know, court a woman.
Sensitive babe?
He was very much sensitive babe. Yes, he treated me good. And it just felt really good. Like, we were building a friendship, but we knew we liked each other. And so I saw all of that potential in him, which is what made me want to continue to date him, knowing that he didn't have a job, that he really didn't have any money. I didn't even mind the fact if we just hung out, it just was at home, like doing free shit. Like, it didn't matter to me. It mattered more to him, which is why we stopped talking. Like, it was an insecurity for him. Because I personally have felt a lot, even now, I feel like I'm not where I want to be. And if I start to date a guy, I don't want him to, like, you know, look down on me, you know, for that exact same reason. So I wouldn't do that to a guy. But I feel like that only comes with, for me, it came with maturity. Like, maybe a few years ago, I'd be like, no, I need a guy that has, like, a job, you know. But when you get more mature, when you get grown, you might
That's what you call yourself?
Yes, sophisticated babe. That's what I.
Oh, okay. Delusional babe.
Shut up. But yeah, so I think I've just evolved in that way. Like, I could date somebody that is working on themselves.
But I feel like guys have like this pride thing, like what you mentioned. It is a pride thing. They wouldn't date a female if they didn't have money or if they felt like they weren't at a certain level of life. At least a guy with sense. Because if it was any other bum guy, he would just, you know, use all your gas. Ask for your car, ask for $1.
Right. And the guy that I was dating, he definitely wasn't like that either. He wasn't a user. But I think for men, they're very prideful. So it's like sometimes that they feel like they don't have anything to offer, they can't provide. Then it's like, I can't date you. You know what is funny? That just made me think, I don't know if you would say this is using, but one of my exes.
Who? He's not gonna watch this. Just say his name.
No, because you never. His cousin. Anyway, one of my exes, I was actually going to get him a cell phone and put him on my cell phone bill.
That's nice.
Yes, because his ass didn't have money. But come to find out, I ended up not doing it that day because he pissed me off when we were on the way to the cell phone store. So I was like, no, I'm not doing this right now. But I was gonna do it. And then the next day, I found out he was cheating on me. But he had the nerve to ask me to put him on my cell phone bill. I was like, thank God I didn't even do that because it would have been like a $300 deactivation fee.
No.
That would have been a mess.
You were paying for all of that?
I was going to pay for it. I was gonna pay for him.
So I want to thank you for giving my viewers your opinion. You know, I appreciate that.
Thanks for having me on as well.
Always. So why don't you give the people your Instagram, YouTube, promote yourself?
You don't have to tell me twice, honey. Okay, so I am a natural hair vlogger, and I'm gonna start daily vlogging as well, and I'm a makeup artist. So Instagram, you can follow me at rachel.francine. On YouTube, my name is Rachel Francine, and I don't really get on the other apps. So yeah, Instagram and YouTube. Thanks, y'all.
My bottom line is Neri believed in Yasir. She believed in his art. She believed in his vision. She believed that he would eventually make it, and he did. We put our faith in who we feel is worthy of our faith, and regardless of what friends or families can say, because they will say things, they have their opinions. Regardless of what other people say, it takes you to look past that and really see what is speaking to you on the inside. But I want to hear what you guys have to say, so please leave your comments. Let me know what your thoughts are on this situation. Would you ever be able to date a man, if you have seen the show, would you ever be able to date a man like Yasir after you see his personality on top of everything that he comes with? Would you be able to date this man? So thank you all for watching my YouTube show. I want to hear from you guys. Just give me some feedback. Let me know what you think. Let me know what you think. Let me know if I bored you to death. Did I? Oh no. I'm trying to record this video. I did just go out there and give them the awkward stare, like I opened the door real slow.